which is in episodes, let me see, series, but he has the compiled version, which is an 8 hour journey. And also, let me remind you again, in the video, you might be seeing some me going up here to pause the video in time because I'm actually working, and as I'm working, I'm also doing this video because I don't have time. I'm going to school maybe next year, and it's November already. So yes, you can see I use this. If I run it, actually there's not much, so I cannot run it. Also, this legacy fantasy. Also, I create this one. Also, this one I created all by myself, but I used uh, some little combat system from DevWorms tutorial RPG, Mystic Woods RPG, and I used it here. But it looks, if I run this, it looks a little bit crazy because actually the player can move and everything, jump all right, everything working. Even player you can be chased by this mob, but that you can even die. You can die, and like this attacking damage, and I died. Yes, you can see this looks lame for now. I'm working on that, and I made a copy of this to actually make a state machine for it. Yeah, as I said, I'm a beginner, so I'm like, why don't I just chill on this project? It's like this one too. I also made it, and it looks crazy because uh, see, I was trying to make a collision shape. As you can see, our player is actually standing on the log. That's what you see. No, it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be like this, like collision shape. If I want to go, I can go behind this, but it doesn't work, and it's crazy. I made a map and everything from game dev. It looks awesome. But I was like, nah, I shouldn't kill myself for now. I should take my time and work. So going on to point four. Uh, did I say point two already? Okay, actually, I've not script what I'm saying here. I'm just saying it for saying sake. It's natural, no thought of it. Just saying it. I just have the rough idea in my back of the head. Okay, so let's go to point four. Now, the fourth thing is you should actually mess a little bit. Don't go out there chasing assets like big assets or any even if it's small. Don't chase it. You should actually do this. You should create a new project. In the project, try to learn about Godot's features, the GD script, you can use C plus or C hashtag, and the tools at your disposal if you want to work with Godot. If you do that, you see the basic things you can do, and then later you can start attacking complex materials. As I say, I'm still a beginner, but I know a little bit about GD script, so I'm gonna be using the little idea I have about GD script to work. So yes, and the point again, or let me say the sub point under point four is you shouldn't be looking at other people's work and trying to beat or reach the same level. And you shouldn't let video games you play like implement have a big impact on you. For example, if you take a look at GTA 5, how the hell in the world will I even start to play GTA 5? Where am I even starting from? Where am I going to start from? Is it the shaders, the graphics, the map, the missions, the vehicle? Like, what's that? So you should just take time and work it out. So for today, I'm not going to be doing much. So I just want to bring that in my next video. I'm going to actually mess with Godot, and you might want to see what I'm doing. Again, it's not a tutorial, and this is a step by step. Every day I'm going to touch Godot, I'm going to document it and post it on YouTube for it to inspire whoever is out there. I'm just like you in my mom's shop working with Godot. having big dreams, having big aims, goals, and objectives. So if I have more tips, I'll show you. I'll show you the formula, and we all become pros together. Thank you. You done bed wars and other stuff. So this is very very helpful. So let's dive in to the project. And also another thing I can tell you is when you are doing a project which you're not going to talk like I'm doing now, like I'm talking, so I cannot be listening to music while I do the project and talk at the same time. I'm going to like change my focus onto something else. I can even entangle myself. Okay, so you can just not volume high too much. Let's say a moderate volume, like something like this, yeah, like that, with your uh, headphones in your ear or whatever you're using, or speakers. Just put a cool music and then you'll be working. You can see it relaxes the brain and works cool, and you can even get more inspiration from some lyrics for the song. So let's hit Craig, and I'm going to call this Clickathon. And mind you, this project is not, I'm not going to finish this within a day, okay? I told you I'm still a beginner, and I'm not going to actually just rush into things and create stuff like crazy. No, 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 no. I, I'm going to, do it day by day, as I said. So day one, this is my first project. Day two, blah blah blah. So let's hit create, and then now you have to have small goals, which will become bigger goals in the future. So the first goal is to actually uh, set up an environment for my Clickathon game. So set up an environment. As you can see, I've disabled this 3D whatever whatever in my last whatever whatever I did. So yes, whatever. You can do the same. It's simple. Just go to editor. Just go to Just go to manage editor features. You can just hit the 3D editor and it come back and you work. Good. Okay. So I'm not going to use the asset library, so I can just turn that off. By let's just forget about it and work. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is create a 2D scene, since that's my word. I'm going to main it the main. Actually, I'm going to call it main. For some reason, it's going to be a 2D node, but maybe I'll, I can change that in future when it does work for me, because I'm trying to work this out. So I'm going to create a new folder and call this scenes. And then yes, as you can see, every YouTube tutorial you watch, that's what you do. Okay. So in my main scene, I'm going to actually create a new scene and create another 2D scene, and call this the main test. For some reason, it's called main test because actually I don't know what I'm about to do here. So I'm going to save that scene too in the same scene folder. Now, this is where I'm going to be trying things actually before I place it actually in the main. So I'm going to add a new node. I'm going to call this the button, whatever. So this is the button which you press. You press actually you press. Okay. So create, and then I'm going to expand this. I think this is too big. Or you just let's make it like this. I'm going to call this click here. Okay, so let's make this capital letters. Okay, okay. So now that is done. So you're just going to run this scene here, and yeah. So you can see it clicks perfectly. It works. It clicks. Okay. So let's move this to guy over here to somewhere like let's check the corner the screen, and then let's bring it to the middle somewhere. Yeah, somewhere here is good. So let's save that. Okay, and let's run it again, and let's see if it works. Bam, and it works. So click here, and I'm going to have a counter and a lot of things. Okay, so uh, the next thing I want to do is actually make this work. That if I click it, it displays something. So go to main test, create a new script, and then yeah, it's going to no default, whatever. So I'm going to uh, create a new folder, and I'm going to call scripts. That's in caps. Scripts, and press OK, and save there and create. Okay, so let's just clean this for now. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna want to do is actually uh, make reference to this. Oh, wait, let's make a new line. Shoot, let's make a new line and make a reference. Command and boom. With this, anything we type about the button is going to be uh yeah, it's going to work. So yes, so that the script knows what we are looking for when we ever call button for it. Okay. So the next time we're going to do is create a new function and call this process for some reason. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but uh, as I see, I think this works. Okay. So if button. Okay. So here's a button. Oh, yeah. Is it supposed to be is action pressed? Okay. Relax. Let's take it. Please. Okay. If button is covered, dragged, and it's hovered, it's dragged successfully. Okay. It's visible in tree, it's layout RTL, blah. It's physically it's process, it's processing it's class, it's blah. Okay, so actually, I'm sorry for. Uh, okay, so if button means if button is pressed, if button print. Hopefully this works. If button print, let's say uh, class one. It's supposed to be class one click. Okay, so if button. Okay, so let's run this scene and check if it works. Okay, so bam, I clicked it and let's click it a few more times and cut this and miraculously it works. Okay, so we got our click working. So why don't you actually make it in a sense that whenever we press the button plus one click, it adds to the click. Okay, so uh, let's make a simple math here. So now we're just gonna leave this like this, and let's cut our C, and then up here we're going to make a new how am I even gonna call this? So I'm going to say let's create a variable, and actually I told you this is not a tutorial, so I'm just showing you what I'm doing. So I want to just break it out for you to actually be inspired how the beauty of what. Okay, so a variable, and I'm going to create this click. I'm going to call it click, and then click is equal to okay. So let's actually do this to make it click is equal to uh, 0. Okay, so click is equal to 0, and this is automatically the space I left here. The space I left here makes automatically makes Godot actually make this variable an integer which stores numbers. If I make this point something, it means it's a float. Okay, so now the thing we're gonna do here is print, and then we're gonna go back and then click, and then say plus 1. And let's close this, and hopefully it works. Oh, it was supposed to be fast. Shoot, it's not working. Oh, okay. So it says here I'm adding an integer and a string. Okay, so let's quickly fix that, and this should work. This should work. This should work. This should work. So we'll go int, and this should work. So it's not working. Okay, it's not working. So let's relax and figure this out. Okay, so we want to actually print click as one every time we click it. So yes, yes, okay, yes, two. Let's take a look at this. So I'm going to print click and plus. This still ain't working. Okay, so invalid operands. It means an integer and no, an a string and an integer it cannot work. Okay, so let's try and fix this here and make this an integer, and hopefully that should work. It's still not working. It's still not working. Oh, okay, okay, I have a new idea. So let's just clean this guy here and actually let's make this manually. Okay, if button is pressed, then it should actually print button plus. Hmm, actually, I think it should work. Hmm. Still not way. It's supposed to be. Oh, oh, okay, 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 okay. I saw something. I saw something again. So button plus. Okay, so it's supposed to be plus this plus. So one. That doesn't work. Okay, let's say in the click. We then create the click. So we mm, say variable click bring this is equal to 0. Oh, still not working. Ah, button and a string. A button and a string. Yeah, it's true. Okay, let's name this. Let's name this B. Let's see if it works. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. Okay, so okay, okay, okay. So at least we got the button working. So we're gonna save that and figure that out later. Okay, so let's just keep the print whatever, and then say one, one. Sorry, and click, and I should do it now. And let's double tap this to make this a yes, say that, and then let's clear this. Okay, so now we're gonna figure out the addition wherever for now displays. So let's go back to our main scene into the scene and let's zoom in. Now the next thing we want to do is actually uh, make a label which will actually display whenever you click. Yes, a label is it's like, yes, you know what a label is. I don't need to explain that. So it is a label, and this label, say a control for displaying plain text. It gives you control over horizontal and vertical alignments, and you can route text inside a nose bounding rectangle. Doesn't support bold italic or rich text formatting. Let's use it. So use rich text label instead. However, I'm not using that. I'm using this. Okay. So label settings. So you can see the fonts, whatever. So okay. So uh, I want to do this. So now in our script folder again, you don't need to create a script. In our script, this we have to actually bring in the label, because I'm going to use the label for something unique here. And you actually, I want to make the label print wherever is whenever we click on yes. So here's the label, and I'm going to actually move that somewhere here and then expand it. So you shift click to resize uniformly. And let's move this into the font, which is like that. And oh, okay. So just move, and yes, and then this, we duplicate this label. So I'm going to call this the display score, and then this is going to be the display time. Okay, so one is going to display time and one is going to actually display the score. Look, why is it moving? What? Okay, so let's just delete one of these and actually make a new label like there for on its own. So let's create a label and then to display time, because the label cannot be displaying time and displaying at the same time, the score at the time at the same time. So let's remove this and bring this one here and then resize this sweet chip we have here. So let's zoom in a little bit. Gel for the time is going to be a little bit. I'm going to actually, okay, so display score is here and display time is here. Okay, so for us to be able to see what we're doing, let's say the score is 0 for now, and then we're going to center align that, vertical alignment, and boom. Wait, it didn't even work. What? What? What am I even doing? I don't even know. Oh, oh, okay, okay. I now know. So let's set this to, that's the time, and Good. For the square, we're going to be in the center, and that works perfectly. So we're going to say the scene again, and then when you open our script again, we're going to draw the second layer with display time. So to make this, let's clean this again. Display score and display time. So you can see that actually I'm dying here. I'm dying here trying to figure out the best way possible to do this. Okay, so if print one click, then say, how am I even going to say label dot uh wait, so label dot text. Oh, it's supposed to be label underscore text. I know you know. So so that's it for the project today. See you next time when I figure this out. Back to what I was trying to figure out to do the last time, and I actually somehow miraculously uh, found out what I'm actually going to do with this. So I'm going to go over to the script, and you see this here, display score. Since we've stored this in the variable, we can just call it here. So let's clean this, and then if button, we're going to actually say display score is equal to let's say print let's say one, and then we say dot text like that, and that's work. It still doesn't work. So let's say display text is equal to one, or let's say one, and this should work. Actually, it'll work. So now, if button display score text, let's say, or let's say if we say one plus one plus one or zero plus one, or click plus one, so like that. Oh, nothing is working. Okay, so let's just make this one like that, and we saved it, and now you can see that if we go back to our 2D scene, it's zero. When you run it, it's one. When I click it, it's always going to be one. Whenever I click it, it's always going to be one, and it's not going to change. Well, as for the simple math, I've not actually figured that out yet. what I'm going to do very soon. So next thing I wanna do is actually mess with the button a little bit. So test behavior, whatever. Okay. So let's see. Let's see if I can actually make the button more fascinating, more nice, more beautiful. Actually, I cannot modulate this. Uh, uh, I cannot actually change the color of the button. Actually, I want to make it white, and then the text inside will be black. What do you think? It's good actually. Yeah, it's nice. So it goes texture, not much to play with. Okay, so if I hit this button here, it's going to chaos. So to avoid that, actually using my data. If you want to witnesses, I can just hit it, but I won't. So yes, I won't. So we go back to the manifest script and let's just destroy this variable and dragging the button, and then under here we're gonna make some space and say button and say dot modulate. Why didn't that work? It should have worked. First, if you go to visibility, okay, so it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Button modulate. Okay, so it's not working. Okay, if I hit this, bam, it's closed. It's gone. This is the result you got. Okay, I told you. I told you. But that is not much of a problem. It's not much of a problem actually. Because now the reason me that I'm going to actually make a custom button and bring it outside. So now my root problem here is uh, actually when I click here, it's going to do this math for me, but I'm not able to actually get anything. So I'm coming. Let me search that on Google real quick. So it said uh, how to make simple math in Godot. So we're gonna search that and result in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. It actually didn't give me any good results. It's just linked to videos. So I'm gonna get back to you right if I understand this real quick. This is all part of the learning, and I told you this is what I'm going to be doing. Even if it's boring, I promise you it's going to turn out to be good. The idea I have in my head is going to be good. So I might even do some things behind the scenes, not actually show it to you, so that I won't waste your time. Okay, so I told this my tutorial, so you should not expect much more. You can see all of this, and this error down here is a lot for me to carry. But hopefully, thankfully, miraculously, magically, marvelously, gracefully, blissfully, I saw something on YouTube and it helps. It helps very much and it makes sense than what I'm doing here. Although this make sense and everything, no errors when I actually run it, yes, it does. It does make sense. And I think my color that I've been saying that whenever I pressed it and the equates, I think maybe this rendering stuff could be a problem because this PC is from 2012 and it's very old, and Godot actually was started to create in 2014. So I don't know. Well, so I'm going to actually change the renderer when I think I've gone enough into the project. So we're going to snap this to the scene and the user interface. I was trying to use the user interface and it was worse than I thought. So actually, I want to make this a fresh start. So I'm just going to dump all of these, all of these, and close on the tab and close. Let me see, close all, and then I'm going to go to my script folder and delete this one too. It was nice working with you, but I think I should have done you in another way. So now everything is fresh from start. So let's go to 2D scene. Now the first thing I want to do is hit add a node. The first thing I am going to want to do is hit other node and then type in node, just node, just node. Okay, just node. Let's actually correct this, and then I'm going to hit create. And then with this, I'm going to call this the main test. So I'm not that. It's going to be main test. And I'm going to save that as a scene, a new scene, and save it in the scenes folder. And then I'm going to add a label. So I want for it to have a nice background, which is actually uh, black, nothing. I'm going to update that in the future when I have a better background. So color rect, and I'm going to hit that, and then I'm going to can I change the size? Is there any wait, let's see, team, can I hit team? Ooh, what's this? Okay, so uh, uh, actually I don't do wait. I can change the font variation. Oh, there are fonts here. Okay, so we are not going to use this. We just hit clear, and I'm going to actually resize this. Shouldn't wait. Let's suggest, and then I should hit shift, and then yeah, resize it uniformly. So I'm just hit Z and then resize it uniformly again. What am I even doing? Ah, I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, so actually this it's messing with me a little bit. So just put it here and then put this one here. Carefully. Let's just drag it like this. And then when I'm satisfied, let's adjust a little bit. Cool. Come on, almost got it. Wow, this is hell.
Ah,
This is
not
hell.
just say.
This is hell.
Oh,
This is oh. Okay, so let's just do this. Ah, I could have done this the whole time. Okay, so So just going to add a label, and then we're going to add a button, a button, whatever. So the best thing you're gonna wanna do is to actually make a, a script for the main test, which is just only going to change. I'm going to use to change the colors of the the whatever, and then I'm going to make a new script, which is going to be wait, I'm making a mistake. Okay, which is going to be for the label. I hit create. So now we are not going to touch anything from the main test. We're just going to use that for color changing and color modulation, whatever. So extends label, and then the first thing we're going to want to call is wait, mistake. The first thing we're going to want to call is this this guy here, this guy here. So we're going to hit button, go to node, pressed, and connect this to our label and connect. Now you can see it works. So we just leave this guy like that, and yeah, backspace for some few spaces. So this is what we have now. So to on button pressed, let's save this, and then we're going to say go to the label. Let's say see, go to the label, and then the default is going to be 0. So like this. Did I just press O instead of 0? 0. So we come here to theme, or maybe no, no. It's not. It's not that. Is it visibility? No. Is it order? No. Is it theme or theme overrides colors? Oh, no. Font size. Yeah. This is it. So it's going to hit uh that's too big. Let's make it 50. And then we're going to move that to this beautiful part side of the screen. Yes. So that's going to be our score. And boom, that's our score. And wait, did I just set that for a button? No. The button is supposed to be say click. Let's put that in caps. Like that. And then for the label, I'm going to put 0. Go to I'm going to actually change the color, so this should just be at the top corner here, and go to main test. Let's save scene. Go to script, and when we come to main test, so we drag in the color rectflex, and then hit dot color. No, sorry, modulate. And the color, you set this to color. Set this to black. Oh, caps was on the whole time. Black, and then we tab in, and then we say the label. Okay, the label. and hit dot modulate. Oh, it's supposed to be a dollar sign. So dollar sign label dot modulate. What am I even spelling? Label modulate. Okay. Let's say equal to color dot say black. When I use Bluetooth. When I use Bluetooth. Black. Eh. This is very, 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 very insane. I told myself I wanted to make this video like per day, but you can see in this particular one that I'm making, that everything in a day has been cut off into a little bit and then joined together, which makes the video not very good. But I promise that the next one I'm gonna make, if it's full, I'm going to add. If I'm not, I'm sure it's going to be cut out still like today's, but I'm going to make it a little bit too good for everything to just merge, because you can hear in some part of the video that I said I was done for the day, or I was wrapping up, but later I actually came back. So I'm not going to talk about wrapping up or anything I'll draw in my next video, but I'm just going to merge everything together and make it one, and you'll not even notice. I'll try my best because I'm not good at editing. So as you can see, we were doing something uh, uh, earlier. So actually made something, made something good, something. Uh, I found out that what I was doing earlier was just a waste of time, and I should have just sat down, rethink this through, add some reference from maybe some few YouTube videos, and then come back to it. So let me quickly show you what I made, and you can see a lot of has changed. Yes, a lot has changed. So uh, let me just show you what I did, and I'll come back and I can explain the script. If you don't understand, I'll just explain it and show you what came to my mind and how I did it. So you can see this is quite whatever. I'll explain to you in the script. Okay, so let's just run it, and this is the game. This is the game. So I'm going to quickly click this before the time catches to the time it's supposed to be, and hopefully, come on. Oh, you saw game over. Yeah, you saw it. It was game over before I was able to even reach 44 or 42 something. Yes, and it's game over again. It's game over again. So that was what I created. I'm not even down. I'm not anywhere at all, and I was going nuts when I was able to create this. So let's quickly explain this. So I found out that I should directly actually make the script from the label and stop making it from the node, actually. And look at this. This already variable is actually a reference from just dragging this to here, and the same thing applies. And this is just a path to actually get to these nodes. So a variable click, which is default 0, and if I had made this a constant, it would have been able to change. So I just let it var. Now, function ready. If you take a look at what I was doing earlier, I placed the print setup under the function ready, and here it was the output message was plus one click continuously. I didn't even notice. I thought everything was working fine, but it wasn't. I didn't even click, and everything was just automatically clicking. So I changed that. So I actually used a signal using the button, and when it goes to node, you can see on button pressed means when the button is pressed, this is the signal. I hit this and I connect it, and I did earlier. And I said if the button is pressed, then the click here, which was earlier, we actually add one to it and every click. And then I made the text, which is going to be printed in the label, which I don't need to actually use uh, the dollar sign label whatever to get to the, since it's the script is under label itself. So text, and then actually made a click a string and actually play whatever is here. So
I know.
You can see on the function timeout, I actually added the timer node, which if the times run out, which I did here, that if after 10 seconds, if the timer runs out, and if your click score, sorry, your click is greater or equal to 50, which is the pass mark, the text should be you did it, and else the text should be game over. So that's all, and there's more to come. And this function ready, that it means on the start of the game the timer starts, and then the color rect, which is this white screen you see, actually modulate and turn the color to black. And also, again, as I was saying, I'm going to change this renderer to see actually what if uh, my changing the modulation will actually work straight away from the inspector rather than actually hard coding it. So that is it. And truly, this is it for the day. No more coming back to my project to come and add stuff, remove stuff, tweak, and everything is done. I'm done. And today's date is actually Saturday, and it's already nighttime, and I should actually go, and if I'll freshen up, yeah, I'll just do that and then get some good night's sleep. Tomorrow is Sabbath. I have to keep it holy. So stay holy, stay healthy, don't give up. Godot is yours. You own it, you have it. It's open source. Make use of it. People are paying for Unity. So you getting it free, you have to force force yourself, motivate yourself, get motivated by me, and you also motivate me. And anything that you also think, you can just put the link in my comments, and I can also watch your videos and then see what to do with mine. So actually, by the end of this uh, creation of this junk, which is junk to bigger people, which is junk. It's not junk to me, but it's junk to smarter people more than me. So yeah, we are going to make a good game, a better one, a nice game, a better one, actually. So I'll, I'll tell you the things I want to do in the next video. Like at the start of it, I want to tell you what I want to add today, stuff, blah blah blah. So I'll meet you. Stay healthy,